welcome you to the Ice for Kids Arena in Fort Frances for Game 1 of the NorWOSSA Boys Hockey Semifinal between the first place Fort Frances Muskies and the fourth place St.Thomas Aquinas Saints from Kenora. Good evening, everybody. I'm your play-by-play host, Joey Pear. Glad you could join us. Got started a little bit late, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're good to go now. You haven't missed anything. No scoring so far. We're 4:42 into the first period, and the Muskies currently killing off one penalty, and now it looks like a second. Coming up right now, a tripping call. Cole McGill went off for boarding at the 3:48 mark. I did not see the player that went off for the Muskies on the trip, but it's going to be a minute 10 two-man advantage for the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. Muskies under pressure here early in this one in front of the home crowd. Kenora with the puck behind the net. So it's Connor Nelson getting the penalty for the Muskies. 2 minutes for tripping at 4:38. So the Muskies now with 56 seconds left in a two-man advantage to kill off. St. Thomas Aquinas bringing the pressure early. Saints get it back to the left point. It's Ethan Hillhorst. His pass misses, goes in behind the net to Mason Spencer. That puck goes over the glass and out. 43 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Muskies capturing first place in NorWOSSA in the regular season with a 12-3 record for 24 points, tied with the Sioux North Warriors, but on the strength of winning the season series against the Warriors 2-1, getting that first place nod. Here's Hillhorst, left point, shot, scores! Ethan Hillhorst with a rocket from the left point. And the visiting St. Thomas Aquinas Saints are on the board first in this NorWOSSA semifinal as Hillhorst ripping right Darian Clem. So at the 5:16 mark, it's the Saints on a power play goal, up early 1-0. Still a minute 23 left in the minor penalty to Connor Nelson. So the Muskies still some work to do to try and not let this lead get doubled. Here come the Saints down the right wing. That's puck's taken off. This is Redford. He loses his balance, has to squeak it into the Kenora zone. It's DeTero laying a good hit on Warner. Muskies dump it back into the Kenora zone. And here's the Saints leading the attack. It's number 10, Noden Carlson. So it's Hillhorst from Noden Carlson and Cale Spencer to give the Saints the 1-0 lead. Puck shot down the ice, 25 seconds ago left in the minor penalty to Connor Nelson. Here come the Saints. Coming to center, it's Cedar Kopanis Red Sky. He's stopped up at the neutral zone. Muskies get possession. Armstrong sends it down, tipped in there by Nolan Mann. The penalty to Carlson is over. The Saints 1 for 2 on the power play. Dumped into the Muskies. Oh, bad bounce. Hopped out in front. Loose puck. And are we going to get a goaltender interference against the Saints, or are we going to get another Muskie penalty? We're going to find out right now. And it looks like it's going to be the Saints getting the short end of the stick on this one. As Mason Barkley not happy. He felt he was pushed in from behind into Muskie goaltender Darian Clem. But it's Barkley getting the penalty here at 6:55 of the first. So a great opportunity for the Muskies to find the equalizer. Down 1-0 as Barkley gets 2 minutes for goaltender interference. Muskies at center. It's Nelson. Nelson now. He loses it. Cale Spencer busts into the zone on the left wing. He'll shoot. Saved by Clem. And Matt Spence, number 9, picks it up. Sends it ahead. Tried to hit Cole McGill with the pass. That failed to make the mark. It's down the ice for icing. And the faceoff will come back into the Muskie zone. A minute 36 left in the Muskie power play. 7-9 on here in the first period. St.Thomas Aquinas coming in with an 8-6-1 record in the regular season. They lost a battle for third place game against the Beaver Bray Broncos in the final game of the NorWOSSA regular season this past weekend to finish with 17 points, one back of Beaver Bray, who earned the right to play Sioux North in the other NorWOSSA semifinal, which is also getting underway this evening up in Sioux Lookout. Muskies with a puck in the Kenora zone, trying to get possession along the right boards. Comes back to the point to Detaro. Detaro moves to the right wing, now back to Detaro. He shoots. It's a Saints skate in front. Here's Noga on the right boards. Detaro now. He goes far side. There's a pass across. Armstrong. Now Noga off the board. Shoots. Hits a skate in front again. Loose puck in the slot. Here's Mann with it. He goes back to the point. Ward to Detaro. Tries to go back to Ward. Muskies keep it alive in the zone. Here's Noga. In behind the net. He gets poke checked there. Michael Ward will pick it up in the right corner. He gets slammed right against the boards. He comes to the front. Shot and hits a stick, goes over top of the net. Here's Armstrong now. Backhands it in behind, and Noga will pick it up there. He'll go back to Detaro, to Noga, to Ward, back to Noga. Over to Detaro, looking for a shot. Saints clogging up the shooting lanes well. Muskies on the right side still, looking to get it across. That puck gets away. And the Saints will send it down the ice just as the penalty expires to Barkley. So the Muskies 0 for 1 on the power play so far this evening. Saints now trying to get pressure in the Muskie zone. Barkley steals. Shoulder save there by Clem. Puck set ahead. Here's Gartsky. He gets it deflected into the St. Thomas zone. Huge hit delivered there, Sheldon Kelly. But we're going to get another penalty against the Muskies as Kelly a little over-exuberant with the shot against number 5, Logan Spencer, on the right wing boards in the St. Thomas zone. And Kelly will be heading off. 2 minutes for boarding. The third Muskie penalty of this first period. We is not even 10 minutes old. And this is not a situation the Muskies want to be repeating on a consistent basis tonight or ever. But penalty trouble plaguing them early. Kelly off, 2 minutes for boarding at 9:27. And the Saints will go to work. They are 1 for 2 on the power play so far this evening. Saints keeping it at the line. Puck goes to the slot, but it's cleared out of there by Jace Jackson, the veteran Muskie blue liner. Saints regroup in their own zone. They will look to attack. St. Thomas moving it up the right wing. Muskies steal it there though. Get it back to the neutral zone. Picking up there is Cedar Kopanis Red Sky. He'll try to work his way out of the zone. Moves to the left side to Cale Spencer. Goes far side now to Brett Reel. Reel walks in. He gets stick checked just at the last second by Redford. Puck slides in harmlessly to Clem, who covers it up and holds on for a faceoff. 1:05 left in the St. Thomas power play. 9:38 to go here in the first period. Great season series between these two teams. We'll get into a little more detail on it as we go along here, but 3 games all but decided by a 5-4 score. The Muskies winning 2, the Saints 1. So that indicates this should be a very close series. Here's Kipling for the Saints. He goes cross ice to Carlson. Tries to send it back. The Saints moving ahead. Sent down the ice by Cousino. Saints back to retrieve it. Into the neutral zone. Cousino dumps it back in again. Saints starting goalie, number 31, Isaac Fagnili. Not able to knock that puck down, but his defenseman come back to give him a hand. And here's the Saints setting up behind their own net. Firing the pass out to the wing to Carlson. Now, Saints move it across the line, but offside as number 14, Carter Dewson, was in ahead of the play. 8:43 to go in the first period. 10 seconds left in the boarding minor. To Sheldon Kelly of the Muskies. St.Thomas Aquinas with a 1-0 lead here in the first period at the Ice for Kids Arena. A chilly Ice for Kids Arena tonight as the compressor that keeps the ice cold has gone down. So there is no heat being turned on in the building tonight so they can keep the ice as solid as possible for the game itself. So a little nippier than usual here in the IFK. But the fans and players don't seem to be minding one bit. It's playoff time. The regular season is in the books. The Muskies looking to reclaim the NorWOSSA crown they lost last year for the first time in over a decade as the Sioux North Warriors pulled out an exciting win in Game 3 of the best-of-3 final right here at the IFK in double overtime. Muskies looking to reclaim that trophy that seemed almost by divine right was theirs for so long. And if they do so, they will head to another OFSA championship. Shot there on the left wing. That's by Smilski, number 7, Mason Smilski. Clem with the stop. The OFSA championships this year for the boys single and double A hockey in Kincardine, Ontario on the shores of Lake Huron, going from March 19th to the 21st. But a lot of work to do before any team gets there, as this is only game 1 of the semifinal. The best-of-3 semifinal, game 2, will be held on Thursday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, a quick turnaround in Kenora. And should it be necessary, game 3 will be back here at the IFK on Sunday afternoon, a 3:45 p.m. start time. Here's the Muskies trying to get in. Quick, Noga almost tipped in a loose puck there as it just went wide the last second. Redford the shot. That deflects wide. Into the corner. Muskies looking to pick it up there. A bump delivered by Bondarchuk. He's had good success against these Saints this year. Had 3 points in the opening game of the season. And another goal in the second game. Saints trying to clear. They cannot. Kept it at the left point. Sent in front of the net. St. Thomas turns around, wheels it out of the zone down the ice for an icing call with 7:11 remaining in the first period. And the Saints with a 1-0 lead. Again, the season series. These teams met in the regular season opener for both sides on November 20th in Kenora. St. Thomas Aquinas coming away with a 5-4 win there, scoring the winning goal with 1:10 left in the third. Here's a chance for the Muskies. That gets blocked. Comes back to the point. DeTero the shot. That doesn't get all the way through. Here's the Fort now. Cousino whips it behind the net. Kelly's going to pick it up on the left side. He'll move it to DeTero. DeTero almost has it stolen. Now does have it stolen. Here's a chance for Barkley. Walking in shot. He whistled it just wide of the net. Muskies will try and retaliate going the other way. This is Cousino. Gardsky in there. Cousino now with it in front of the net. That gets knocked off his stick. Barkley sends it to the line. Not out. Armstrong keeps it in there. He backhands it in and over the glass to bring about a stoppage with 6:26 left in the first. Mason Spencer getting that game-winning goal for the Saints in that regular season opener in Kenora, the 5-4 St. Thomas win. The rematch December 18th here in Fort. The Fort winning 5-4. They trailed 2-0. The Fort never trailed in that game. with Matt Spence, Jacob Grinsel, Cole McGill, Peyton Avis, and Brady Bodnerchuk getting goals in that one. It was Bodnerchuk, Ryan Redford, Avis, and Michael Ward scoring in the season opener. And then February 7th in the rubber match in Kenora, the Muskies take a 5-4 victory, battle back from a 3-0 deficit and 4-2 as Jake Barker scoring on a penalty shot with 1 second left in overtime, his second goal of the game to give the Muskies the win. Kelly, Avis, and Mann also getting goals in that one. Interesting side note, despite only 3 losses in the regular season for the Muskies, Darian Clem still has not recorded a win against St. Thomas Aquinas in between the pipes for the Fort yet this season. He lost that regular season opener in Kenora. Jaden Cooper got the win, getting the start in the December 18th contest. And then Clem was pulled after the Saints got up 3-0 in the February 7th matchup. Cooper went in, only gave up 1 goal the rest of the way, and the Muskies fought back for the win. So Darian Clem looking to right his own personal ship against these St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, looking for his first win against the Saints this year. Playoffs would be a perfect time to do that. Big hit in the corner there. It's Smilski. He lowered the boom there on Gursky. But Gursky back up and after the puck again. Now he leaves it to Avis. Avis over to Spence. Spence shot! Fagnelli just getting a piece of it and sending it away from the net. Spence in there, digging for the puck along with Avis. Back to the point. Nelson with it. Nelson, shot. That's blocked. Nice play there by number 11 of the Saints, Mason Spencer. Puck sent into the zone. Looks like we're going to have a high stick, though. Puck knocked down by a high stick. And a face-off in the St. Thomas zone. 4:51 to play in the first period. Not looking to make excuses for myself, but I apologize if there's some delay in identifying some of the St. Thomas players, only because from a distance, very difficult to see their jersey numbers as they are small on scores! Enough of my first world problems. How about a first-rate goal? Michael Ward charging the net and popping it over Fagnelli. And the Black and Gold are back on even terms with 4:40 to go in the first period. It's Michael Ward getting them. And Fort Frances has tied this hockey game at 1. Michael Ward showing a nose for the net on that one. Great play to get the crowd energized and his team as well, as the Muskies have tied it. So it's going to be Ward unassisted at 15:20 of the first to tie this hockey game at 1. Here's Detero at the point. He moves it to the center. Barker. His shot doesn't get all the way through. And here's Cale Spencer moving it out for the Saints. Knocked off his stick, and back comes Cole McGill. McGill, he fires a shot. That's redirected into the netting by Fagnelli. Face off in the St. Thomas zone. 3:51 to play here in the first. Avis now in to take the draw for the Muskies. Scramble draw, comes back to Spence, and their shot, that just goes wide. Saints try and backhand it around the boards. It's Copenhagen Red Sky. He can't get it out against Avis. Man sends it to Spence in front. 4-man battle in the corner. Spence now off the boards, moves it over, shot, Jackson! Stopped by Fagnelli. Nice wrist shot there by Jace Jackson. Charging in hard off the point. Fagnelli though up to the task. He'll hold on for the faceoff. 3:21 to go in the first period. Muskies 1, St. Thomas Aquinas 1. Muskies try and keep it in. Saints looking to move it. This is Kipling, number 12 for the Saints. He moves it ahead to Deucin. Deucin now. He's stripped by Gursky. Sends it back into the zone. Kipling now. Moves it there for Logan Spencer. Cousineau centers. Gursky. That shot is blocked. St. Thomas works their way to center. Here's Deucin now. In on the left wing. Deucin shot. Stopped by Klim. Saints pressure in for the rebound. It's Deucin with it. He's being bothered there by Gursky. Muskies come away with it. Gursky over to Kelly. Kelly bursting in on the left wing. Fires a shot. Fagnelli held on. 2:29 left in the first period. Scratches in tonight's hockey game. Just one for the Muskies. Defenseman Declan Webb still nursing a shoulder injury. Out indefinitely. Scratches for St. Thomas Aquinas. Number 6, Nick Moncrief. And number 22, Kendaz White. Puck shoveled to center. Dutero gets back for it. Noga. He tried to get to Avis. Now Noga will try again. That's taken off him though. Sent back in by Jordan Brown, number 8 of the Saints. Nelson back for it. He moves it to Dutero. Noga turns it over in his own zone. Dutero trying to shake loose of the Saints' pressure. Sends it around. Misses Nelson with the pass. Smilski. He lays a hit on Bondarchuk. But it's Nelson coming away with the puck. Maybe a 3-on-2 here. Nelson, his shot. That was nicely blocked there by Carlson. And the Saints send it out. Armstrong. Tipped in there by Nelson. Noga on the chase against Carlson. Noga comes away with it for a second anyway. Jake Barker back. He moves it across to Armstrong. Armstrong sails in across the line. His shot! That almost fooled Fagnelli as he got, looks like a piece of the shaft of the stick on that one. Saints now work their way to center. This is Barkley. Back to Reel. Reel. His shot. That hits a body in front. Charging to the net of the Saints. There's another chance. As Barkley had his shot just go wide. Michael Ward now, the goal scorer for the Muskies. Sends it off a Saints stick and out. We are down under 1 minute to play here in the first period. Fort Frances 1, St. Thomas Aquinas 1. Barker tries to center. That goes nowhere. Saints clear it. Redford battling there with Warner. Muskies now. Jackson to Jake Barker. He loses it. McGill trying to get it back. St. Thomas Aquinas picks it up and moves it in. And it's the captain, Logan Spencer, number 5. He tried to get it in. It was blocked at the line. Went after it, but an offside called against St. Thomas Aquinas. 23.5 seconds left here in the first period. Fort Frances 1, St. Thomas Aquinas 1. We here at Hometown Hockey, glad we can bring you this NorWOSSA playoff action. Best time of the year, folks. Nothing beats playoffs in hockey. Back for it now, Redford. Off the boards. Tries to get it to Mann. He's bodied there by Deucin. Now Kipling comes away with it. He tries to sweep, charge in front, and shove it home. But no goal. Clem playing it beautifully. Covers it up with 2.5 seconds left in the first period. We'll have one more face-off to the right of Clem. Avis to take the draw against Kipling. Saints looking for a quick shot off the draw on this. But Avis, a nice job of tying his man up. Nothing comes of the scramble draw. And that'll be it after 20 minutes. So the Saints strike first, but the Muskies respond. we will head to intermission with the score. The Fort Frances Muskies won. The St. Thomas Aquinas Saints won. Second period action coming up in a moment. Welcome back for the second period of hockey action at the Ice for Kids Arena. The score after one period of Game 1 of the NorWOSSA Boys Hockey Semifinal. The hometown Fort Frances Muskies and the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints tied 1-1. Muskies moving the puck into the Saint zone. Matt Spence races down in there for the black and gold. He takes a bump there from Kopanis Red Sky. Saints try and move it out of the zone. Now it's Logan Spencer, the captain, number 5 for the Saints. He moves it to the neutral zone. Muskies pick it up. Spence in on the left wing. Goes to Avis. Spence tried to center it. Man got a piece, but sent the puck across the crease. Saints get it out, move it into the Muskie zone. It's Barkley against Jace Jackson. He's bumped there. Saints come away with it though. Chance save by Darian Clem against Brett Reel of the Saints. 54 seconds gone here in the second period. First period scoring summary. The Saints taking a 1-0 lead at 5:16 on a two-man advantage. Ethan Hillhorst from Noden Carlson and Cale Spencer to make it 1-0 for St. Thomas Aquinas. Saints 1 for 3 on the power play in that period. Muskies tie it though at the 15-20 mark. Michael Ward unassisted with a great drive to the net, popping the puck over Saints goalie Isaac Fagnili to tie this hockey game at 1. The Muskies 0 for 1 on the power play themselves. Bodnerchuk, he gets bumped there by Hillhorst, but it's McGill with it. McGill stripped of the puck by Kipling, backhanded out by Warner down the ice. And it looks like it'll be icing against the Saints with 1:32 gone in the second period. Again, the Muskies looking to return to OFSA for the first time in 2 years this year, and that has not had to have been said for many a year after they ran off a long string of success in NorWOSSA championship play as that puck hits a speaker and deflects out of play. Face off in the St. Thomas zone. Looking across at that Muskies championship board, the Tradition Continues board, showing conference championships from 2004 all the way through 2012. There was no 2013 NorWOSSA championship as a labor strike by teachers did not allow for conference playoff action to happen. But then they were back at it in 2014. The Muskies winning the next 4 years, 14, 15, 16, 17, but losing it last year to the Sioux North Warriors in was considered a major upset. A Sioux North program that had not had much success in many years, but coming through with a huge championship victory. And to the Warriors' credit, proving themselves more than competitive at the OFSA championships last year. I believe picked up at least a pair of wins. And certainly were not out of place against the best single and AA hockey teams in the province at the boys' high school level. And Sioux North will be looking to repeat. They are against the third-ranked Beaver Bray Broncos in the other semifinal. Game 1 going on tonight in Sioux Lookout. Winners of those two semifinals will face each other in the NorWOSSA Best of 3 final, which should get started sometime next week. Muskies now, glove hand pass. Whistle down. A little bit of roughness between the two squads right near the blue line. Stompin' Tom belting out the hockey song in classic Canadian tradition here at the rink. Doesn't get much better than Stompin' Tom. Back in the zone. Saints trying to get it out. They can't. Jackson the wrist shot. Fagnili will grab that one and hold on for the faceoff. 2:49 gone in the second period. Muskies 1, Saints 1. An early spate of penalty problems in this game for the Muskies, taking 3 in the first 10 minutes, with a power play goal coming on one of those for the Saints. But since then, they've settled down nicely, getting back to playing some solid hockey, keeping the pressure on the Saints. Here's Noga. He bodies down Spencer, but it's Kipling coming away with it for the Saints. He sends it ahead there to Dewson, loses it. Noga now for the Muskies. At center, Carson Noga, number 13. Puck knocked away from him by Dewson. Jackson will try and pick it up on the far side, but here's Warner, one man back, shot! Over top of the net. Clem was not quite sure where that was, as Armstrong providing a bit of an unintentional screen in front of him. Warner now backhands it into the netting. And the faceoff will come to the center ice area. 3:34 gone in the second period. Fort Frances 1, St.Thomas Aquinas 1. An amazing run of success for this Fort Frances Muskies program, over 50 years strong. An amazing total of 36 NorWOSSA championships in their 51 years of existence before this season. Any way you look at it, that is impressive numbers. And 4 OFSA championships to go along with that, the last one coming in 2016. Here's Nolan Mann sending it ahead to Avis. Now Mann gets it back. He has it knocked away from him by Carlson. Avis bodies Reel. Carlson picks it up. He'll try and get off the boards. He goes to Reel. Reel crossed up Barkley. One man back. Tatero watching him. Barkley wheels, gets around Tatero, walks in. Shot, loose puck in the crease. And Reel almost gets on it. Takes a couple of whacks to the head for his trouble. And it looks like the Muskies are going to feel the brunt of the referee's wrath on this one. Jace Tatero heading to the penalty box as he was there trying to clear out his opposite number from the Saints, Brett Reel, from in front of the net, but doing it a little too exuberantly. A couple of shots to the chops of Reel. And here at the 4:25 mark, the Muskies head to the box, and the Saints will go on their 4th power play of the evening. 1 for 3 so far tonight. It'll be Cale Spencer, number 13, taking the draw for the Saints against Cole McGill. Saints with a puck in the Muskie zone. Walk-in shot. So it is a 4-minute penalty to Tatero, a double minor for head contact. So the Muskies have plenty of penalty killing work to do to keep this game even. Saints in the zone. Spencer moves it to Reel. Back to the point now. Here's Logan Spencer. His shot, that goes wide of the net. Reel to the side to Spencer. Cale Spencer to Logan Spencer. Copenhagen Red Sky in behind the net. Muskies pick it up there. They'll try and get it out. And do. 3:07 left in the double minor to Tatero. Barker in pressuring on the forecheck. He loses a glove but stays after it. Now go swipe that glove quick. Copenhagen Red Sky brings it over to Kipling. Kipling now in across the Muskie line. He takes a big hit. Oh, sit down, be humble. Michael Ward drilling Kipling right there. Great hit by the Muskie veteran. Spencer now, point shot, stopped by Clem. Nelson dives, gets it to Ward. It's a 2-on-1. Ward in with Bondarchuk. Ward, he'll hold, shot, stopped by Fagnelli. Saints will try and turn around and wheel back. Kipling loses his footing, but Logan Spencer there to pick up the loose change. The Saints captain working his way out, moves it to Warner. That gives off his stick and Redford fires it right back in. Almost fooled Fagnelli. He wasn't expecting a shot on that one. And the Muskies almost getting a gimme shorthanded marker here. First half of the double minor is over to DeTero. A minute 55 left now, and that shot heads into the netting as well. Saints have had trouble with that a little bit tonight. A few times putting the puck out of play by no fault of the Muskies. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral ice zone. 1:54 left in the double-minded to DeTero. 6:31 gone here in the second period. We are still tied 1-1. The Muskies and the Saints. Game 1 of the NorWOSSA Boys Hockey Semifinal here at the Ice for Kids Arena. Muskies now get the puck out of the zone. Saints head back to pick it up, and it's Carlson. Watch there by Barker. And Barker's going to knock Carlson off that puck and try and get possession, at least for temporarily. Saints come back to help out, though. It's Cale Spencer to Hillhorse, the goal scorer for St.Thomas Aquinas. Hillhorse moves it into the zone. Avis, though, picks it up there for the Muskies. Armstrong gets it and whistles it around the boards and all the way down the ice. 1:10 left in the St. Thomas power play. Now a turnover by Fagnelli as Barker almost got that one. Saints will start out. It's Cale Spencer. Over to Brett Reel. Reel sends the puck deep in the zone. Nelson, though, back for it. He goes off the glass. Bad hop. Could have been for the Muskies as it came out into the center of the ice, but thankfully nobody there. And now Bondarchuk almost knocking the puck off of Carlson and into the net past Fagnelli. And now we've got a scrum in front of Fagnelli, who clears the vicinity. Pushing and shoving on both sides. We'll see what comes out of this. I'm going to guess coincidentals. Bondarchuk was heading in the direction of the box, and he will continue that direction. But he will be joined on the St. Thomas side of things by Carlson. So Bondarchuk and Carlson both go off. Coincidental roughing minors. 7:40 gone in the second period. 45 seconds left in the double minor to the Muskies' Jace DeTero. McGill out to take the draw for the Muskies against Kipling. Saints win the draw. Copenhagen Red Sky on the right side. He'll move it back to Logan Spencer. Spencer up to Mason Spencer. 3 Spencers going on in this game. So forgive me for the first and last name pronunciations a lot of the time, but we have to differentiate who's who here. Here's Nelson wheeling into the zone. Shot! That goes just wide as Ward was charging hard to the net. McGill bodies Dewson. Ward knocked over by Dewson. McGill, though, he's sent to the boards from behind. No penalty there. 2 seconds left in the power play. Saints shot. Pile of bodies in front. Saints come away with it. In behind here, this is Mason Spencer. Back to Copenhagen Red Sky. Shot, deflection, loose puck in front. Back to the point now. Logan Spencer, that shot. That gets blocked. Copenhagen Red Sky fires. That hits a skate. Logan Spencer now. That hits bodies in front. And Kelly will get it to Ward. Ward to Kelly. Kelly racing into the zone. Shot! Stopped by Fagnelli. And Kelly goes in for an extra. And just an undisciplined play there by Sheldon Kelly of the Muskies. Fagnelli with the puck well in advance of Kelly's arrival. The whistle had gone. And Kelly, for some reason, feeling the need to deliver the extra slash to the glove of Fagnili. And you can almost bet every single time that the referee is going to call that penalty to protect the goaltenders. So Kelly goes off, 8:53 gone in the second period. His second minor of this hockey game. It'll be 2 minutes for slashing. A little bit of housekeeping on the coincidental penalties. Bodnarchuk getting 2 minutes for goaltender interference, while Carlson got 2 minutes for roughing. So the Saints on their 6th power play of the game. The Muskies have had just one man advantage so far. Real shot high up on Clem, and he'll hold it against his chest and draw the face-off. So Kelly 2 minutes for slashing at 8:53. Saints 1 for 5 on the power play here this evening. Looking to grab the lead in the second period in game 1 of the NorWOSSA boys hockey semifinal. Saints now keeping it in at the line. This is Hillhorst. He moves it into the corner. Now another Muskie penalty coming. Shot stopped by Clem. Loose puck. Muskies will get it. And it's going to be a cross-checking call going to Jace Jackson. And the Muskies are getting themselves in no end of difficulty, not staying out of the sin bin. So Jackson, 2 minutes for cross-checking. At the 9:29 mark, it's going to be 1 minute and 24 of two-man advantage for the Saints. They scored on a two-man advantage in the first period. Ethan Hillhorst getting the goal. And now a timeout called by the Saints, it looks like. Yep, the Saints coaching staff wanting to... Saints wanting to get their power play in order with a golden opportunity to reclaim the lead here in the second period at the Ice for Kids Arena in a 1-1 tie. Penalties have been certainly a problem for the Muskies this season. An earlier game this year against Red Lake, they won the game 9-1, but took all 11 penalties in the game. Have to say it's the first time I've seen that in terms of that kind of numbers of infractions being called on one team. But as was the case that night, pretty much every call here against the Fort tonight has been well-deserved, and they are going to have to get their discipline game in order. The Saints have a talented array of forwards. They can make you pay with their power play. They already have tonight. So, big draw here in the Muskie zone. Shot scores! And there you have it. You keep giving the opportunities. Eventually, the Saints are going to knock down that door. And it's Mason Barkley, number 15, right off the draw. The puck squirted loose to him on the bottom half of the right circle, and he whistled the shot between the pads of Darian Clem. So just 3 seconds into the two-man advantage, the Saints grab back the lead on the power play goal by Mason Barkley. And still 1:55 left in the penalty to Jackson. So the Saints with another power play opportunity. So it's Mason Barkley from Dylan Hughes on the power play. 9:32 of the second period. So give St. Thomas Aquinas a 2-1 lead. 1:30 to go in the cross-checking penalty to Jace Jackson. Saints on their 7th power play of the night. The Muskies just one power play of their own. But there cannot be any complaining on the part of the Fort Frances Muskies. The referees have been calling this straight up, and the Muskies have to get a grip on the discipline aspect of their game. Puck bounces off the boards all the way down to Clem. He'll cover. And we'll have a face-off in the Muskie zone with 1:01 left in the Jackson penalty. 9:32 to go in the second period. Cousino taking the draw against Kipling. Cousino wins it. Goes back to Redford. He moves it to Armstrong, who wires it down the ice. Loose puck, Ward scores! You want to fall asleep? Michael Ward will put you to bed for good. Great play by the Muskie veteran. Hustling down the ice. And a lackadaisical play by Saints goalie Isaac Fagnili with a puck coming off the end boards. Not paying attention. Ward, first one back. No back check given by the Muskies, or by the Saints on the play, and a short-handed marker to tie things up. So at 10:38, it's Michael Ward, his second of the game. Second unassisted goal of the game. And this one, a short-handed goal. Maybe a huge momentum turner for the Muskies to tie the game back up at 2. Looks like everything was going the Saints' way. But here's the Muskies now, looking for more pressure. DeTero, he'll shoot, deflection, scores! Hey, what do you say? Peyton Avis with the beauty deflection. Eluding Fagnili off the DeTero shot. And the Muskies get their second short-handed goal in the same penalty with 8:33 to go here in the second. As Peyton Avis deftly tips the puck over the shoulder of Isaac Fagnili in between the pipes. And just like that, the Fort Frances Muskies have their first lead of the hockey game. It's 3-2. Here come the Saints, though. A chance, walking in, Spencer shot, stopped by Clem. Loose puck, still loose. DeTero gets it and rips it around the boards and out. And Mann picks it up at center. He moves it there to Spence, but Avis could not hold up and goes just offside to bring about the whistle. So all kinds of excitement here in the last just over 2 minutes of action. Not even quite 2 minutes of action. So Barkley on the power play on a 5-on-3 gives the Saints a 2-1 lead at 9:32 from Hughes. The Muskies tie it on an unassisted short-handed goal by Michael Ward at 10:38. And then the Muskies get their first lead of the night on another short-handed goal at 11:27. So 2 goals in just 49 seconds for the Muskies. Peyton Avis from Jace DeTero at 11:27. And it's Fort Frances 3, St.Thomas Aquinas 2. So it's been feast or famine for the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints with a power play tonight. 2 power play goals on 7 chances, but also surrendering a short-handed marker. Now the Muskies looking for more. Bondarchuk is tied up, and now we are going to get a St. Thomas Aquinas penalty. And Captain Logan Spencer is not buying the referee's explanation, and the referee is not concerned. He's setting him off anyway for the hook on Bondarchuk. So it's 7:18 to go in the second period. It'll be Logan Spencer getting the gate for hooking. And the Muskies will go to their second power play of the night. They are 0 for 1 so far, but the momentum has definitely went their way with a pair of shorthanded goals
in a span of 49 seconds by Michael Ward and Peyton Davis here in the second period to put the Fort up 3-2, and now a chance to double that lead. As Logan Spencer, the captain of the Saints, sits in the box. 2 minutes for hooking. At the 12:42 mark, it's Avis out to take the draw. Barker and McGill at the forward line. Spence playing back at the point as a fourth forward. And Connor Nelson for the Muskies on this power play. Muskies now look to move the puck out. It's Nelson. Out of his own zone. Nelson to center. He gets it there to Barker. Barker around the boards. Trying to get it to McGill. Spence looking to keep it in. He can't keep it at the line. Warner trying to bust out. But back for it is Nelson and knock it away from him. Now it's Nelson. Starting the rush up the center. Nelson around one man. In on the right wing. He drops it off. But that's neatly knocked away by Carter Newson, number 14 for the Saints. Here comes Avis. In across the line. He dumps it over to McGill. McGill trying to go back to Spence. That's knocked away. Warner racing against Spence. Looking for a chance. But McGill back to help. Takes away that opportunity. 55 seconds left in the Muskie power play. Here's Cole McGill down the right wing. He's got Noga going to the net. Man up there with him as well. Back to the point. Detero. Over to Noga. To Detero. Shot. Hits a body. Loose puck. Armstrong. Oh. And I believe he had his stick blocked just a little bit on that chance on the side of the net. He had a wide open net looking at him. But a Saints defender getting his stick in front of Armstrong to slow down the shot immensely and give Fagneely the chance to make the play. 39 seconds left in the penalty to Logan Spencer. 5:57 to go in the second period. Fort Frances 3, St. Thomas Aquinas 2. Muskie goes back to pick it up in their own zone. It's Detero. As Kipling falls, now a chance for the Muskies to bring it out. Noga down the left wing, around Hillhorst. Noga goes back to the point to Detero. Detero. He'll dump it there to Noga. Noga, shot. Oh, he was looking for Armstrong. Backdoor. Just missed him. As Armstrong snuck in from the left point. Detero back for it now. And the Saints penalty is over. So the Fort 0 for 2 with the man advantage here tonight. But they hold a 3-2 lead. Saints now, though, head to center. It's real. Shot. That goes wide. Saints pick it up. Brown moves it in the corner to Mason Spencer. He's hit there by Detero. Battle for the puck. Muskies come away with it. Noga fires it ahead. Nobody there on that pass. And it'll be icing against the black and gold. Face-off back down in the Fort zone. 4:46 left in the second period. Bit of a sputtering start to this game one of the NorWOSSA Boys Hockey semifinal. The best of three kicking off tonight. This second period has been rife with intense playoff action. And it looks like we are in for a great game and a great series. As to be expected, the two teams playing 3 one-goal hockey games during the season series, all decided by a 5-4 count. The Muskies winning 2 of them, and the Saints winning 1. This is not your normal first versus fourth playoff matchup. Be sure of that. Kelly now across to Nelson. He'll put it to Jackson. Jackson off the boards, looking for Kelly. Trying to get a piece of it. Hoping this Red Sky sends it out. Oh, Nelson. He collided hard there with Smilski in the neutral zone. Good job by both players to keep their balance, but now it's going to be Jace Jackson taking liberties against Smilski. at the side of the Muskie net. The little extra shove. And is going to earn Jackson an interference call with 3:51 to go here in the second period. And the Muskie penalty problems continue. Jackson, 2 minutes for interference. His second penalty of the period. And the Saints now looking to tie this hockey game up here in the late stages of the middle frame. DeTero, though, will get it. Bashed it off the boards. He can't get it out. Avis working against Hillhorst. Now puck into the corner. To the side. Back behind the net. The Saints with the puck. They'll go back to the point to Copenhagen Red Sky. He dumps it on the right wing boards to Cale Spencer. Shot! Stopped there by Clem. That might have gotten a piece of Mason Barkley in front. He'll stay out there though. 3:21 to go in the second. 1:30 left in the Saints power play. Their 8th power play opportunity of the night. They are 2 for 7 so far, but have also given up a pair of shorthanded goals. Here's the Saints charging the net hard. Pushing the net, pushing the puck toward the net is Barkley. Clem holding firm. A little bit of separation of the players needed, but no damage done. And another draw to come here. 3:11 to go in the second. 1:20 to go in the Saints power play. Cale Spencer against McGill in the draw. Saints win it, but the pass across from Copenhagen Red Sky comes outside the line. Saints will have to clear the zone and start over. Here's Hillhorst. He tried to move it into the zone. That's sent down the ice. No icing called. Was expecting one on that play. Here's the Saints now. To the slot shot, scores! A sweet kind of feed, Cale Spencer to Brent Reel, but while the Saints are celebrating the equalizer, the downside is Mason Barkley getting a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for his celebration of the tying goal by Brent Reel. Not a smart play there by Barkley as his team just got back onto even ground. As Reel takes the pass from Cale Spencer and rips it past Darian Clem in the Muskie net. So we have a tie hockey game here with 2:44 to go in the second. But the Muskies with a chance to regain that momentum right now as they will have a power play thanks to the 2-minute minor to Barkley for unsportsmanlike conduct after the goal scored by Reel. So the Muskies on their 3rd power play of the game, and here's Barker right in. He has it just knocked off his stick. Dewson will bring it back out. He dumps it down into the Muskie zone. Redford back for it. Here's Redford making his way to center. Redford cuts to the middle. Shot, that goes wide. McGill over for it. He's got Barker in the corner to help him. McGill, though, goes hard to the net. Gets blocked there. Back to the point. Armstrong to McGill. McGill gets around Spencer. Has it taken away from by Warner. Kept in there by Armstrong. Back to McGill. McGill to the front of the net. Noga. He sends it wide. Dewson drilled Noga to the ice. Fort keeps possession, though. Armstrong to McGill. To Redford. That puck skips over his stick. Back to the point and off Barker's stick and out. 55 seconds left in the Muskie power play. Fort Frances and St. Thomas Aquinas in a 3-3 tie. Here's a drop pass. Barker shot. Loose puck. Noga Oh, McGill just couldn't quite tap it in at the side of the net after Noga backhanded it over to him. Great chance there for the Muskies. Now Noga's loose on the left side. Noga waits for help to arrive. Here's Nelson. Nelson shot. That's it. Hits Hillhorse skate. Deflects to the corner. Nelson gets it back. Drops it in behind the net for Noga. To Spence. Over to Avis. Avis finds Detero on the right point. Here's a pass across. That deflected away. And Reel gets it and backhands it down the ice. And the Saints are going to kill off this penalty. Muskies 0 for 3 with a power play tonight. In a 3-3 tie here at the Ice for Kids Arena. Game 1 of the NorWOSSA Boys Hockey Best of 3 semifinal. And an offside called against St. Thomas. So the Muskies fall to 0 for 3 on the power play. The Saints 2 for 7 on their power play. The Muskies, though, with a pair of shorthanded goals in the second period that gave them the temporary lead. The Saints have tied it, though, on the power play goal by Brett Reel. And I'll correct my stats. That's now 3 for 8 on the power play for the Saints. 3 for 8 so far. Muskies need to stay out of the box heading into the third period. Here's the Saints, a 3-on-2. This is Brown with it. Moves it ahead to Mason Spencer. There's a shot. Clem gets a glove on it, knocks it to the corner. And that'll bring about the end of the second period. 2 goals apiece for the Muskies and the Saints. It's Barkley and Reel with power play goals for St. Thomas Aquinas. Ward and Avis with shorthanded goals for the Muskies. The special teams playing a huge factor in this one. And it should be a barn burner of a third period. So the score after 40 minutes at the Ice for Kids Arena. The Fort Frances Muskies 3, the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints 3. We'll be back with third period action in a moment. Welcome back to the Ice for Kids Arena for the third period of Game 1 of the Best of 3 NorWOSSA Boys Hockey Semifinal. Your score after 2 periods: the hometown Fort Frances Muskies 3, the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints 3. And a very eventful second period. The teams entered the period tied, they leave it tied. But quite the wild back and forth exchange of goals, penalties, and action. And we are in for a ripper of a third period here at the Ice for Kids. Chase Jackson for the Muskies. He takes a bump there from Barkley, sends it deep into the Saint zone. Muskies trying to strike early. Spence fires one high and wide. Armstrong down into the corner to Mann. They tried to move it out front, but the Saints pick it off, and here comes Brett Reel. He got the equalizer late in the second period. Sends it down on Clem, and the Muskie goaltender covers up for the faceoff. Your second period scoring summary. St. Thomas Aquinas takes a 2-1 lead at 9:32. On a 2-man advantage, Mason Barkley with the goal from Dylan Hughes to make it 2-1 St. Thomas. The Muskies tie it at 10:38 with a shorthanded goal unassisted by Michael Ward. And then grab the lead 49 seconds later with another shorthanded goal on the same penalty as Peyton Avis deflects home a Jace Detero shot at 11:27. Muskies lead 3-2. But the Saints tie it at the 17:16 mark. On the power play, Brett Reel from Cale Spencer to make this a 3-3 hockey game. All 3 St. Thomas goals coming on the power play tonight. They are 3 for 8. The Muskies 0 for 3. on the power play. The Muskies, though, with those 2 shorthanded goals as well. Special teams playing a huge role in this game this evening. Will it play a role in the third period? Centering pass! And Warner somehow did not get all of that one. He was wide open in front. But it looks like he got the shot cut up in his own skate somehow, as Clem didn't seem to have to move on that one. So a lucky break there for the Muskies, as they almost gave an early go-ahead goal here in the third to St. Thomas Aquinas. Looking to pull off the upset. The 4th place Saints taking on the 1st place regular season champion Muskies. But again, the season series between these two, not a lot to choose from. 5-4 St. Thomas Aquinas in the regular season opener. 5-4 Muskies in the rematch. And then 5-4 Muskies again just a couple of weeks ago. Here's the Saints, centering pass. Goes back to Carlson. He tries to get a backhander in, but Barker blocks that. And now we are going to have a penalty. It's going to be a high sticking call. And we're going to wait and see, and it's going against the black and gold. Ryan Redford heading to the sin bin for the Muskies. So with 2:02 gone here in the third period, the Saints will go back on the power play. Their 9th man advantage of the night, as Ryan Redford of the Muskies is tagged 2 minutes for high sticking. Saints looking for their 4th power play goal of the evening. 3 for 8 so far. Muskies, though, with 2 shorthanded goals as well. Here's Spencer, walks in. Loose puck. Clem manages to roll on top of it and hold on. 1:37 left in the penalty to Redford. 2:26 gone here in the third. Cale Spencer taking the draw against Peyton Davis. Spencer got it, but Barker steals it away, and he'll work his way to center. Now he's cut off there by Hillhorst. Now here comes a 2-on-1 possibly for the Saints. Pass across. Cale Spencer tried to hit Barkley, but the pass was high. Barkley could not knock it down. But racing after it is Real. He leaves it there for Spencer, looking for Barkley in front, wide open. Couldn't get him the puck. Barkley back to the point. This is Copenhagen Red Sky. He dumps it deep into the corner for Real. Real bothered there by Jackson. Jackson trying to stay with it, but it's Cale Spencer coming away. He'll go back to Copenhagen Red Sky. To Cale Spencer. Back to Copenhagen Red Sky. Shot! That hit Real in front. Cale Spencer dives in for the rebound. He can't get it though. Jackson gets it, whacks it. Great play by Copenhagen Red Sky to keep it in. Loose puck in front. Bounces high. Barker now. And now we're going to have a penalty going to Barkley, who has been playing with some reckless abandon since the second period. That's going to nullify the Saints' power play. So they will drop to 3 for 9 on the night. And it's Barkley going off here at the 3:25 mark. 2 minutes for, I believe, goaltender interference as he smacked into Darian Clem between the pipes for the Muskies. Barkley taking a unwise, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty in the second after Real, right as Brett Real tied it for the Saints. Barkley's celebration a little over the top for the officials' taste. He was sent to the box then, sent to the box again now. So we will have 4-on-4 hockey for the next 34 seconds. And then the Muskies will have a 1:22 power play. DeTero, his long shot, saved by Fagnili. Michael Ward with 2 goals in this hockey game. Nelson walks in, shoots! Fagnili got a piece of that and just sends it wide. Muskies looking to strike 4-on-4. Michael Ward in there, bothering Logan Spencer. Spencer chopped down, gets back up, gets it out. No, he doesn't get it out. Nelson with a great play, walks in. Nelson shot! Saved by Fagnili. As the penalty to Redford is over, and the Muskies now go to the power play. 0 for 3 so far tonight. This would be the grandest of chances to fix that situation. If they can get a power play marker here to give themselves a 4-3 lead here in the third period. Armstrong. He dumps it along the sideboards to Avis. Avis now off the boards. Whoa! He was looking to pick the far corner and just missed. This is Spence now to Avis. Avis back to Armstrong at the point. He'll dump it off. Back to Armstrong. His shot blocked. Oh, that hurt Mason Spencer. He's feeling that one, but he stays out there. Avis, backdoor, looking for Spence, just missed him. Armstrong will get to it first. Spencer hustles off as he's hurting from that blocked shot. The Saints come away with it, though. And they're looking for Cale Spencer down low. He was open for a second for a breakaway. Saints could not get him the puck, though. 33 seconds left in the Muskie power play. Connor Nelson to Jake Barker. He moves it ahead to Peyton Avis, who had one of the shorthanded goals in the second period. Nelson now. Over to Avis. Avis tries to shoot. He's blocked there. Gets it ahead over to McGill. To Avis. Back to Nelson at the point. Return pass to Avis. Now to McGill. Now to Avis. Saints doing a good job keeping the Muskies on the perimeter. Avis tried a shot. That missed just the far post. Penalty over to Barkley. Saints over 4 on the power play. McGill tries to shake his checker. Pass in front. Barker, loose puck. Saints clear it from harm. And Detero just can't get there in time to keep it in. And now he's got to contend with the Saints. 2-on-1 shot. Oh, off the side of the net. That's Barkley who got around Detero. Saints don't quite keep it in, and it'll be offside. And Barkley gets a little poke in on Nelson that Nelson did not appreciate. So Muskies fall to 0 for 4 with the power play. We have 5:54 gone here in the third period. Fort 3, St. Thomas 3. Here's Gursky to Kelly. He dumps it in deep. Fagnili plays it along the boards to Smilski. Puck comes loose. Gursky shot. Fagnili gets a blocker on that one. Kelly with a hard hit along the boards. Gursky now battling in there against Connor Maffey. And now the play is whistled down as the official loses sight of the puck. 6:26 gone in the third. Muskies 3, Saints 3. A best of 3 series, you'd best not fall behind because it's going to be awfully tough to battle back. No room for error if you lose game 1 in the best of 3. And neither team wants to be in that situation of being behind the 8 ball. Here's Gursky trying to walk in for a shot. Kelly causing interference in front. And now we're going to have another penalty. And it's going to be a hooking call. And now maybe more as another whistle blown. And let's see what the calls are here now. Call or calls. Hooking penalty going to one of the best Saints penalty killers, Carter Dewson. He's been very good out there on the PK this evening, but he is off to the box for hooking here at the 6:42 mark. So Dewson, 2 minutes for hooking, and the Muskies to their 5th power play. 0 for 4. Can they break through and grab the lead here in the third period? Here's Michael Ward with it. He's trying to get away from a check there. Detero now at the point. Dumps it over. Noga loses his footing. Gets it to Ward. Now he goes down. Noga, though, makes the move. Cuts to the center. Gets it to Totero. Dumps it in behind the net for Nolan Mann. To Noga. Shot! Stopped by Fagnelli. Rebound hole! Sent it across the crease. Armstrong was tied up. Here's the Muskies trying to work in close. McGill. He's got the puck there. He's being bothered by Hillhorse. Hillhorse strips him of the puck. But the Muskies get it back. McGill. Looking to go back to the point to Totero. Totero. To Noga. He loses it off his stick, and Hillhorse will fire it down the ice. 52 seconds left in the Muskies power play. Totero. Winding his way out of his zone. Moves it to Spence. Spence tried to get it in. That was gloved down nicely by Kopanis Red Sky. And he sends it down. Here's Nelson. Over to Avis. In on the left wing. Dumps it in behind the net. It'll come back to the point to Nelson. He goes across the blue line, but the puck comes out. Spence couldn't keep it in. Now Nelson loses it. Now Cale Spencer gives it over to Brett Reel. As the Saints try and make some shorthanded magic of their own. The Muskies with 2 shorthanded goals in this game. But the shot by Reel stopped by Darian Clem. But the faceoff will be in the Fort Frances zone. 11 seconds left in the Saints penalty to Carter Dewson. Jackson moves it over to Armstrong. He goes there to Kelly rather. Kelly sends it into the zone. The penalty is over to the Dewson. And the Muskies now 0 for 5 on the power play. Will that come back to haunt them in this contest? We will find out. Gartsky, he bodies Jordan Brown. Cousineau comes away with it. Centers! And Logan Spencer intercepts and slides it to his goalie, Isaac Fagnelli, who covers up for the faceoff. 9 minutes gone here in the third period. Muskies 3, Saints 3. A terrific back and forth start to this NorWOSSA playoff season. Here's the Muskies. Jackson did not quite keep it in. Muskies had to clear the zone. Here's St. Thomas now. They turn it over inside their own zone. Smilsky's shot hit a body and went across the line. The Saints get it out. Armstrong now. Whoa! Hits the post! Armstrong with a howitzer of a wrist shot for the neutral zone. Almost caught Fagnelli flat-footed. Hit the post and just wide. Here's the Muskies keeping it in. Gartsky dumps it in deep. Fort Frances will go for a change though. And St. Thomas will try and regroup and head out. Smilsky down the left side. He's bodied down there by Avis. Ward gets it. Muskies in their own zone. Trouble. Barkley. He almost stole it off Redford. But Redford recovered to get it out. Redford now with Cale Spencer bearing down on him. Puck set to the sideboards, and it's Michael Ward to Barker. Barker, oh, he's gonna bust up the middle. Jake Barker in. Barker stopped by Fagnelli. Ran out of room. He split the defense nicely. Had to gather the puck back in, tried to make the deke, and Fagnelli gets the pad down for a brilliant save on Jake Barker to keep this a 3-3 hockey game. With 9:44 to go in the third period. Avis takes the draw. Muskies try to get possession in the Saint zone. Avis with it. Saints knock it out though and down. And Cale Spencer hustling down against Barker. Cale Spencer wins the race. Centered it. Michael Ward intercepts. Barker around the boards. And out to the neutral zone. Carlson off the boards. Here's Cale Spencer now. 2-on-1 possibly. Or are they going to call it? Nope. Puck was knocked with a high stick by Spencer. He could not play it. And the officials blow it dead. face off in the neutral zone. 9:11 to go in the third. Muskie goals tonight. 2 by Michael Ward. One of them shorthanded. Both of them unassisted. And Peyton Davis with a short-handed marker. Goals for St. Thomas, Hillhorst, Barkley, and Reel. And we are knotted at 3 as we have 9 minutes left to play in the third period of Game 1 of the best-of-3 NorWOSSA Boys Hockey Semifinal between the Fort Frances Muskies and the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints. Saints delivering the forechecking pressure. Bondarchuk tried to push it past, didn't work, but now Deterro will get it. He'll go off the boards and down the ice, and that will be an icing call against the black and gold. 8:38 remaining in regulation time. And now thoughts begin to turn to a possible overtime session. And I'd say both teams don't want that scenario. Game 2 of this series to take place tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 p.m. in Kenora. So extra hockey here tonight's gonna make for some tired players for Game 2. Both sides will want to see this wrapped up in regulation if at all possible. But right now, we are deadlocked at 3. Puck knocked into the Muskie zone. Clem will not take any chances. Cover it up and stop the play with 8:05 to go in the third period. Again, Game 2 of this series, Thursday in Kenora. If necessary, Game 3 will be Sunday afternoon, 3:45, back here at the Ice for Kids Arena. The other semifinal featuring the second-ranked Sioux North Warriors and the third-ranked Beaver Bay Broncos. Muskies now busting to center with a 3-on-2. Man gets it to Avis, but he loses it there, and it's Logan Spencer backhanding it ahead to Barkley. Take it off him, but now they get Cale Spencer to shot. He hits the post. Iron one way, iron the other. Both teams hitting the metal here in the third period with a chance to take the lead. This time, Cale Spencer. He zinged one off the right post. And Darian Clem gives an extra little tap in appreciation to that post for bailing them out. Austin Armstrong with a chance earlier for the Muskies with a long shot that nearly beat Isaac Fagnili, but knocked the post. A game of inches, folks. A game of inches. Here is Deterro. In across the Saints line. Saints pick up the puck. Gartsky hustling back. Clem, he'll leave it there for Gartsky. Gartsky, hard off the boards, down the ice, and that will be icing against the Muskies with 6:57 remaining in the third period. Here's Avis against Cale Spencer. Avis wins the draw, gets it behind the net. Armstrong will pick it up. Armstrong, long pass, tried to hit Barker. That's deflected off a Saint stick. So no icing, centered. Barker tried to find Michael Ward for the hat trick in front. But he had Hillhorst all over him and couldn't really get his stick on the puck. Fagnili corrals it and stops the play. 6:45 to go in the third. 3-3. Saints win the draw. Hillhorst goes around the boards, but Michael Ward's going to pick it up on the far side for the Muskies. Ward now knocked down. Hillhorst will try again. He's bothered there by Avis rather. Puck comes out, Barker gets it. Off the boards. Hillhorse picks it up in the St. Thomas zone. He'll try and move it out. Here's Logan Spencer. Barkley rather. He loses it though. Muskies keep the pressure on. Barker gets the puck. Barker in the corner. He's got a bevy of Saints trying to take him off, but Barker's strong on the puck. Keeps it going. Cousino in there trying to help. Saints trying to knock it out. They can't. But now a second chance. But good hustle. At least temporarily there by Redford to try and keep it in. That didn't work. Now Gertzky's pass finds nobody. It goes all the way down the ice. Icing call against the Muskies. 5:39 to go in the third period. Here at the Ice for Kids Arena. Fort Frances 3, St. Thomas Aquinas 3. Gartsky now. Off Kelly skating down into the St. Thomas zone. Kelly takes Kopanis Redsky off his feet. Gartsky with a shot. That goes wide. Cousino will go back to Nelson at the point. He's got a little bit of room. Nelson tried to get Cousino. Kelly now trying to center to Gartsky. Saints get it. Try and flip it out. Detero keeps it in once, twice. Now Kelly with a chance. His shot. Glove save by Fagnelli. 5:09 to go in the third period. Avis now wins the draw. Back to Jackson. His shot. That's blocked. Spencer tries to bust out. Muskies get back though. Armstrong leaves it for Spence. So that was Warner that was moving in for the Saints. Here's the Muskies now down the left wing. Spence leaves it for Nolan Mann. Mann shot! High on Fagnelli, and he will freeze that puck with 4:44 left in the third period. We remain tied at 3. Here's the Fort now, controlling it in the high slot. Avis back to Armstrong. His shot! That hit bodies in front, did not get through to Fagnelli. Saints now. Cale Spencer, puck knocked off him. Armstrong, he hammers one. That hit real. That had to leave a bit of a mark. Saints though pick it up. Logan Spencer, the backhander, can't get it out. Jackson keeps it in at least for now. Avis, wide open in front is Spence. He gets the puck. Spence tries to center. Loose puck. Shot right at Terrell. That's blocked. And now a chance for Real, maybe the other way, but he'll just dump it in as he was at the end of a shift. We are under 4 minutes to go in the third period. Muskies 3, Saints 3, and an icing call against the black and gold. 3:47 left. And another 14 seconds, we'll have that numerical anomaly where we'll have 6 threes showing on the board. 3:33 left in the third period in a 3-3 game. But it's blocked, and here's Kelly on a breakaway. Sheldon Kelly walks in, scores! Forget the numerical anomalies. Let's just talk about a phenomenal play. Sheldon Kelly walking in alone. Wires the wrist shot past Fagnelli. And with 3:40 to play in the third period, the Muskies reclaim the lead. It's 4-3. Here comes Cozino now on the right wing, looking to add to the Muskie lead. So the goal summary, Sheldon Kelly from Connor Nelson at 16:20 of the third to give Fort Frances a 4-3 lead. Dewson can't quite keep it in. Just offside, Barker says, we don't need the extra shot after the whistle on our goaltender. Deuces said, lighten up. Didn't mean any harm by it, according to him. 3:01 to go here in the third. Now again, I warn you, every game in this season series between these two teams was decided by the score of 5-4. We're at 4-3 right now. Here's McGill, a shot. That's blocked. McGill to Ward. No go there. Just comes out across the line to Detero. So be on the lookout. The Saints, if form holds, will have a good chance at an equalizer at some point. Here's Ward walking in. Shot. Scores! Equalize that, says the man who will bring out the hats here at the IFK, Michael Ward, with a hat trick marker and a huge insurance goal for the Muskies with 2:34 left on the clock to give Fort Frances a 5-3 lead. Saints now desperate to get back into this one. So the Muskies, 2 goals in 1 minute and 6 seconds here in the third. And the Saints now down 2 goals. Trying to find some late period magic. Shot there by Cale Spencer. Gursky can't clear. Long shot there by Copenhagen Red Sky. And that's gloved by Clem. So Sheldon Kelly on the breakaway at 16:20 from Connor Nelson gives the Fort a 4-3 lead. And at 17:26, it's Michael Ward, his hat trick goal from Jake Barker and Connor Nelson. 2 goals in 1 minute 6 have the Muskies leading 5-3, and we are under 2 minutes to go at the IFK. Muskies trying to get it out. Saints, though, a last gasp effort. We'll keep an eye on Fagneely, see if he'll head to the bench soon. With 1 minute 37 to go, and the Saints down 2. Back out to center, it's Carlson. He's bothered there by Spence. Hillhorse now with one of the Saints' goals tonight. Dewson dumps it in on Clem, and he will cover up to be safe. With 1 minute 21 to go, and Fagneely indeed has headed to the St.Thomas Aquinas bench. So the Saints will send out the extra attacker. It'll be 6-on-5 for the last minute 21 of regulation. St. Thomas holding the lead twice tonight. 1-0, 2-1. But the Muskies keep coming. And now here's Bondarchuk with a look at the empty net. Bondarchuk, his shot goes wide. McGill in there. He tries to put it on the empty net. The Saints desperate to get it out. That hits the linesman. Detero sends it back in. Back for it is Carlson. Here's the Muskies with it. 1 minute to go in the third period. Noga ragging the puck, killing some clock, doing a wonderful job in the corner. Real trying to get him off. Cale Spencer trying to steal the puck. Now it's Noga. Backhander. Scores! Turn out the lights. This party is over. Carson Noga with 46.2 seconds left in the game. Backhanding one into the empty net. And the Muskies are going to claim game one of the best of three NorWOSSA boys hockey semifinal. 3 goals in a span of 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So it's Noga from Bodnerchuk at 19-13. The Muskies 3 goals in 2 minutes and 53 seconds to bust open a tie hockey game. And now we are down to the final 15. Here's Gartsky getting it out to center. Redford to Kelly. He'll dump it into the zone. The Saints will go back for it, but there's no time left for another offensive foray. That puck sent just out of play with 1.8 seconds remaining. But the hometown crowd is going home with smiles on their faces tonight from the Ice for Kids Arena. Somewhat frozen smiles considering how cold it's been in here tonight, but smiles nonetheless. The final puck is dropped, and the Fort Frances Muskies go over to congratulate Darian Clem as Clem is off the schneid against the St.Thomas Aquinas Saints this season as he gets the win in a 6-3 Muskies victory. As the Muskies take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 NorWOSSA boys hockey semifinal series. Your scoring summary. In the first period, Ethan Hillhorst on the power play, a 2-man advantage for the Saints at 5:16 from Noden Carlson and Cale Spencer, giving the Saints a 1-0 lead. Michael Ward tying it up at the 15-20 mark, unassisted for the Muskies, sending the teams to the intermission, tied at 1. In the second, on another Saints power play, Mason Barkley scoring the goal from Dylan Hughes at 9:32, making it 2-1 St. Thomas. But the Muskies strike back with a pair of shorthanded goals on the same penalty kill. Michael Ward is second of the game, unassisted at 10:38, tied the game 2-2. And then Peyton Davis with a deflection of a Jace Totero point shot. Another shorthanded marker. A mere 49 seconds later, giving the Fort a 3-2 lead at 11:27. The Saints tie it at 17-16. Brett Reel on the power play, the third Saints power play goal of the night from Cale Spencer, making it a 3-3 hockey game at 17-16. And that brought about a wild third period back and forth, a goalpost hit by both sides with the game still tied. But as things turned out, Sheldon Kelly getting a breakaway and putting it past Saints goalie Isaac Fagnili with a great wrist shot at 16:20 of the third, put the Fort out front 4-3. Michael Ward then picking up his hat trick goal a minute and 6 later. Assists going to Jake Barker and Connor Nelson. Nelson also assisting on the Kelly breakaway goal. And Ward getting the hat trick marker at 17:26 to make it 5-3. And then Carson Noga finishing things off with the empty netter from Brady Bodnerchuk at 19:13 to make it a 6-3 final. Darian Clem picking up the win in goal for the Muskies. Isaac Fagnili taking the loss for the Saints. Game 2 of this series going on Thursday afternoon in Kenora. And Game 3, if necessary, will be back here at the Ice for Kids Arena on Sunday, a 3:45 p.m. start time. So your final score: the Fort Frances Muskies 6, the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints 3. The Muskies take a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 NorWOSSA boys hockey semifinal. I'm Joey Pear. Thanks for joining us. We'll be talking to you next time.